afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live around the world on Facebook, on twitch.tv, on Mixer and on YouTube. While we're getting everything set up, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Runs and Rides YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/FilmMyRun, on Twitter at FilmMyRun, and you can also go to the website, which is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax and watch me do all the hard work. Well, good evening everybody. Fresh from the cliffs of Guernsey in the Channel Islands, I join you for Monday Run Club. Two things. I've got really aching legs. Whether I make it to the end tonight, well, I'll probably make it to the end, won't I? But you know, it's not going to be easy tonight. Sore legs. And thing number two, I'm quite glad I'm running because we've got no heating in the house. I'm absolutely freezing, so I need to run to warm up. So that's a good thing. Dean already says steady on with the legs. We haven't started yet. No, we've got 3 minutes to go, but I feel like I need to get my legs at least vaguely warmed up. Because tonight I'm doing Group B, and Group B is no easy matter. What with strides of 14 kilometres an hour today, 200 metres strides at 14 kilometres an hour, so we're not going slow tonight. So I need to loosen the legs up a little bit. Alan Glenridding says I should be taking it easy. Yes, you're quite right. And Thomas says run faster to get rid of the aches. And my wife says hello from about 10 feet across the room using the text. and also, one more thing to note for this evening. Not that it'll make any difference to you guys watching, but my wife just pointed out to me I have a split in my shorts in a very uncompromising position. But you won't be seeing my shorts tonight. Thank goodness for that. But you know, I'll just leave you with that knowledge for the rest of the evening. For the next hour when I'm running, you can be aware of that. So hello Thomas, hello Alan, hello Dean, hello my wife, and hello to everybody else who's watching on Facebook and on YouTube. We're here for Monday Run Club and we are off in 1.5 minutes. I'm trying to get my legs a little bit looser. They'll be all right actually. Do you know what? I've done this before. I've done a long race at the weekend or a hard race at the weekend. And then I've run Monday Run Club on Monday, and what tends to happen is it's horrible for the first half or the first third, and then my legs tend to loosen up a little bit and everything's all right. So let's hope that happens again tonight. What's that supposed to mean? Stephen Magic Mike Cousins? Mike who? was the other thing I was going to tell you? Oh yes, no leader in Group B tonight. It's normally me on a Monday night, but there seems to have been some technical glitch. Whether they thought I wouldn't be fit enough to run tonight, I don't know. But nobody's been put down as group leader for tonight. So if I feel I can, I will message the group and say hi. But there's no official leader for tonight. So we are off in 15 seconds. And I better get up to speed, hadn't I? Well done to Thomas, by the way, who did a harder race than me at the weekend. Oh, 7.9? That's pretty slow, isn't it? Starting off at 7.9 there. Okay. Somebody else has just said that, exactly the same. Seems a pretty slow warm-up. I'm sure it'll increase as the time goes on. Right, I'm just going to message the group and reassure them that is correct. Right, there we are. Okay, so 8.1 kilometers an hour, gradually increasing the pace. I'll just knock it up a bit just so I can get a bit further forward. So all the usual, well, a lot of the usual faces: Ryan Perring, Paul Deering, Sussex Geezer, Wesley New. So hello to you guys. Hello to anyone who's running and watching or listening to the stream. Alan Morris says he's still walking. Yeah, it's quite slow, but that's all right. Phil Collins says hi. Yeah, I know, not the Phil Collins. Well, mate, he is the Phil Collins to him, I'm sure. And to his mother. So a few people dropping rides-ons there. And slightly increasing the pace again. 8.6 now. The instructions say increase to 8.5, and yet the main message says 8.6. Oh well, somewhere there or thereabouts anyway. And we are on Watopia this evening. Just coming up to the bridge. We've got the huge mountain on the right hand side and the smaller mountains on the left. The railway bridge on the right. Mark Salling says hi. Hello, Mark. And just over 1 kilometre to go of the warm-up. Good old Group C, actually Group B, quite a few runners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, at least 13. Maybe, and then it says 2 more as well, so maybe 14, 15 people in the group. and up to 8.8 kilometers an hour now, gradually increasing the pace over the warm-up, so we're ready for our first little sprint interval, 200 meters at 13.5 kilometers an hour. Heart rate is 121 beats per minute, and no cadence, which is worrying, because that sometimes means that I have lost the treadmill. So hopefully that isn't the case, but actually it does look a bit like it. In fact, yes, we have. So I'm going to have to stop and catch up. But best do that now and not later on. In fact, what might be better is if I change to my Garmin FootPod, because I was having a few problems with the treadmill earlier on before we went live. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to change to the Garmin FootPod. We may have internet problems tonight. Okay, now we're back on with the Garmin FootPod, and we'll try and catch up with the group. Go a bit faster. So let's see tonight how the Garmin FootPod copes with the speed changes, shall we? Keith says, have a good run. Thanks, Keith. Enjoy the pain cave, yeah. And Ryan Downey says, hello, everyone. If you're watching on YouTube, say hi to me, please. And if you're watching on Facebook, yeah, drop me a line. Right, so we're dropping down now, it seems. So a little rest. We've got our main warm-up done. So now we're going to have 500 meters of chill out by the looks of things. And Wardle says hi. You can see already, if you look carefully at my pace, that the FootPod is far more erratic than the treadmill at staying to the correct pace. I will have to keep altering it back and forth because it won't stay where I want it to stay. Thanks for the ride on Roman. And Ryan Downey says he's looking forward to the after show movie too. Okay, so yes, I am showing the little run that me and Tim did the other day. So stick around after the workout, and you got a little video of me and Tim, who is the run leader of Group A tonight. Me and Tim went and ran on a railway line a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to show you that video if you haven't seen it already. Show you that video after the run today. Magna, thanks for the ride on. 300 meters to go, and then we're into our first sprint. Faster again. And Ryan Downey, oh, Ryan Downey's having a chat with Dean, sorry, not talking to me. Right, there's the blue arch. That means we are going for a 200 metre sprint in 100 metres time. Do go and have a look at the Facebook page, Film My Run Facebook page and the Film My Run YouTube page. You get a chance. Right, here we go. I'm going to start getting up there now because I know what my foot pod will be like. It won't want to do anything yet. It'll take a bit of time to warm up. Here we go. Takes its time to get up there. There we are. 13.5. Oh, 13.6 now. Oh, blimey, we're overcooking it a bit now. Come on, foot pod. No, no, no. Slow down a bit. See, the thing is, my treadmill is set to 13.5. But calibration of the foot pod is not quite that good. 13.5 again. Let's see if we can speed up a bit. Here's the slow down. Here's the blue arch. Another little rest. Oh gosh, 1100 metres rest. Right, so now we slow down to 9.9. And Alan Glenridding says his milestone foot pod is even more difficult to coordinate with intervals. But yes, you're right, for the price you can't really complain. So we've got just over a kilometre at this pace. And what you'll see is the rests get shorter. Although the intervals don't get faster. Martin says his stride seems really far out today. Was that like far out in a 60s sense? Or is it far out as in terms of pace? Hey man, my stride's really far out today. Well, I couldn't get my stride working today, so I think I've got two strides and both of them have got no power. I think it's something to do with the USB cable on my charger. I think I've got a dead cable. So when I think I've been charging my stride, I actually haven't been charging it at all. So both of my strides are dead. My treadmill is not connecting to Zwift because I seem to have a Wi-Fi problem. So we're left with the Garmin, which is doing the best it can, bless it. My treadmill is currently set to 10 kilometers an hour and we're fluctuating about 9.8. So nice big group, sticking together quite well. I can't really message anyone because, like I say, my Wi-Fi's not working, so my phone isn't working. Cheers, Ryan, that's good. Ryan Perrin can do the motivational messages, because I can't. And if anybody is watching the stream or listening to the stream and is also running and can message, then just tell everyone that I can't message, or I don't know, something. Technical problems for me. To speed up a little bit because I'm not going as fast as the rest of the group. So my treadmill's set to 10.2 now. 500 metres left at this pace, and then we've got another sprint at 14 kilometres an hour. Legs are gradually loosening up a bit. So it says up on the right hand side there, I'm 11th out of 18, so apparently there are 18 runners. Now whether that's spread across the 4 groups, I don't know. 400 metres to go, because that doesn't leave many in the other groups, does it? And okay, Sussex Geezer is saying the Film My Run feed is lagging by about 15 seconds. Yeah, actually 15 seconds is not bad, to be honest. I would often expect it to be around 10 to 20, between 10 and 20 seconds, so I think that's to be expected. If it was a minute, then yeah, then I'd be worried. But it's the Wi-Fi that I seem to have a problem with tonight. My Zwift stream is directly on Ethernet connection, so straight into the wall. So there's no Wi-Fi involved there, and usually that's pretty solid. In my house, it is always the Wi-Fi connection that is the problem. We can't seem to get consistent Wi-Fi throughout the house, ever. It's always an issue. Anyway, there we are. So 200 metres to go, and then we're going to our next little sprint section. Heading to the mountain. Who's wearing pink tonight then? Wesley, is that you wearing pink? Very nice too. Right, here we go then with sprint number 2. And I'm going to pump it up now. Give my foot pod time to get there. Always takes a little time to get up there. Come on, up you go. There we are. Right, my treadmill now says 14, and the foot pod says 14.1.2, so that'll do. That's all right. Dead on now, 14 kilometres an hour. 50 metres to go. Okay, bring it down. 10 and a half. Okay, that's good. So 700 metres at this pace. And then we've got our next sprint. I'm just going to see if my Wi-Fi is working again now. Okay, Wi-Fi is back on. Not that makes much of a difference now. Okay, onto the boardwalk, crossing the sea, the harbour. Ryan Perring says ride on. Thank you, Ryan. I'll drop the ride-ons at the end tonight. So we'll get this next sprint over with, and then I'll tell you what I did at the weekend. Actually, we'll get the next 2 sprints over with, and then we've got a good 1,500 metres of relaxing running, so I'll tell you all then. There's the Orange Arch, about 350 metres away. So once we get to that, we do our next sprint. Legs are okay now. So I can message the group again now, actually. Which means me catching up, keep together as much as possible. All right, not far now, 100 metres to the next sprint. Ryan's asking how the ultra was. I think I'll tell him after the next sprint. So it sounds like he's not listening to the stream, so. Here we go. Come on, come on. Foot pod. Right, my treadmill's on 14.3, so some big variations, aren't there? Look. Right down to 13.7, 13.8. I haven't touched the treadmill. 14.3. Okay. There we go, back down again. So a short recovery now. Short recovery and then another sprint, and then we've got a long 1,500 metres of chill out time. So I'll just speed up a bit, catch the rest of the group. Some more ride-ons getting dropped. Submarine on the right hand side there as we go through the water tunnels, the undersea tunnels. All right, ready for the next sprint. And then we've got a nice long rest. Here we go. Let's get it up there nice and early. Maintain good form at the faster paces. Good advice. Drop your shoulders, head up and breathe in. Make sure that stride length is nice and long, and keep up your cadence, even though you can't see my cadence. 100 meters to go. And there we are. Right, a bit of a rest now. So down to 10 kilometers an hour now, just about. Okay, so yes, at the weekend I ran, well, it was supposed to be 31 miles. It was called the Gun 31. Gun standing for Guernsey Ultra Night Race, and it was supposed to be 31 miles. But it turned out to be about 29 and a half. Because the original start venue, the local county council wouldn't let them use the start venue they wanted. So they had to change the start venue to a different place, which made the course slightly shorter. Anyway, it started at midnight. You heard it, yes. The race started at midnight. There were only 14 runners in all. Believe it or not, I took my camera and I was filming in the dark. So at some point there will be a very dark film coming out of me running across the cliffs in the Channel Island of Guernsey. And the goal of the race was to get in before sunrise. So sunrise being the point at which the sun breaks the surface of the earth at the bottom, so the sun is totally risen. And incredibly, I finished in 7 hours 26 minutes. I know, and that seems a long time for 29 miles, doesn't it? But believe me, it was quite a hilly race, and you always go slower in the dark. Anyway, I finished in 7 hours 26 minutes. And literally, as I got to the finish line, I ran to the edge of the cliff, pointed my camera, and the bottom of the sun just rose above the sea. It was the most perfect moment. I really hope it comes out on camera, because when I looked at the viewfinder, it looked very small in the distance, but it was awesome. So that was a really special moment, that was. I was the last person to finish inside the cut-off time. So of the 15 that ran, sorry, only 14 finished, and I came 7th. And the 7 people who finished after me were all outside the cut-off time. So it was quite a tough, challenging race. The cut-offs were quite tight. You had to get to halfway in 3.5 hours, and you had to get back home by 7.5 hours. So I only just made it by 4 minutes. So if you want to go and have a look at that film, when it's done, it'll be at youtube.com/filmmyrun. Go and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you would, please. I'd be most grateful. And there's one or two films actually outstanding that I need to edit. I've still got to edit my Beachy Head Marathon video. So they're starting to back up now. And I've got another video that I'll be doing this week as well. Heading off to Spain at the end of the week, so lots coming up. Everyone else is ahead of me, so I need to maybe do a bit of catching up. Let's speed up a bit. Come on, drop down. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be in the red zone. Thanks for the ride on, Krista. We'll try and catch up with the rest of the gang here, just up ahead. We've got Wimblad from Sweden and Boermans from Belgium way up ahead. But the majority of the group are all still together here. And we've got 500 metres or so to the next sprint. Just under 4 kilometres left of this evening's run. Right, there we are, back with the main pack now. Bring it down a bit. Right, might just message everyone. Bear with me. Okay, let's go. Oh, we're only 13 and a half, we're all right. coming out into the light. And just relaxing as much as we can, breathing as easily as we can, heads up, keeping the form good. There we go. Nice and easy. And another long recovery at 10.3 kilometers an hour. And we've only got 3 kilometers left of the run. So just time to take stock. Prepare yourself for the last little bit of the workout session tonight. Oh, for some reason my messages have gone off. Oh, that is. Sorry if I haven't been responding to any messages. Okay, hang on a second, let me see, what have I missed? Ryan Downey says dark as in night or dark as in Blair Witch Project. Both, Ryan. Both. And Julia, hello from South Germany in the snow. Snowing in southern Germany, hello there. Oh, hold on. And Jack Rivet, do you remember the South Downs Marathon? Do you know what? I've never done the South Downs Marathon. I've done the South Downs Half Marathon, but I've never done the South Downs Marathon. Of course, I've done the South Downs Way plenty of times. Alan Glenridding, that explains how your Strava entry was early morning after showing 7 hours plus of running. I was wondering what time you started. Yeah. Started at midnight, finished at 7:30. And then I had to get a flight back to the UK at 1 p.m. So I basically spent the next 5 hours sitting in a cafe, drinking endless lattes. But it was very nice because it was a lovely sunny day. And I knew I could just relax. But I didn't half want to go to sleep. And Dean says, are the legs holding up? Yeah, actually, they're not too bad. I can feel them aching, but they're not hurting that I can't run. So it's all right, fine. I am annoyed that my treadmill isn't. Well, it probably would do now, but I had Wi-Fi problems. I'm a bit annoyed that I'm having to actually run faster than Zwift is saying because my Garmin isn't fantastic at calibrating. So I'm currently running at 10.7 kilometers an hour and Zwift reckons I'm running at 10.3. It's not the end of the world, but with the legs the way they are, I could have done without the extra speed. Never mind. Ryan says he likes the punchy intervals. Yeah, they're short enough that you don't have to kill yourself, aren't they? But they're fast enough that you feel like you're doing a bit of a workout. 400 metres to go to the next one. Jack, I will do the South Downs Way Marathon. The South Downs Marathon one day. Just getting round to it. So many races, so little time. And back to the ultra in Guernsey being dark. Yeah, there were some fairly enclosed forest sections which would definitely be Blair Witch territory. Yeah, you just have to be a big brave boy and get on with it. I think once you've done a few night runs, you do realise that there's not really much out there going to scare you. Unless you were in America, of course. Often reading stories of snakes and bears and all sorts of things they get in America. But not in the UK, thankfully. 7 kilometres run now. 2.2 kilometres left to go. And 2 or 3 more strides left. So we're doing well. We're now on the run path of Watopia's beach. Run only. No bikes on this section. There's the arch. Lovely daytime on the beach. I don't like running on the beach here when it's night time. Feels a bit too deserted. If you're going to run on the beach, it needs to be in the middle of the day when there's loads of people about getting ice cream and swimming in the sea. Heart rate is 139, so not doing too badly at all. So a good recovery run today for me with a few intervals thrown in. And here we go with the next one. 14 kilometres an hour for 200 metres. Let's go. Breathe easy, relax, and just get it done. 14.3 on the treadmill, by the way. Just to get up there. Right, I've put the treadmill down to 14 now. So we are going a bit faster on Zwift than I am in real life. Not a lot I can do about it, really. There we are, bang on 14 now. Now we're going slower, look. What can you do? 30 metres left, 20, 10, and that's it. Okay. $700 metres left now at this pace. So if you are watching, wondering what on earth's going on, you think you'd like to get involved with Zwift running, maybe you're a Zwift cyclist already, or maybe you don't know anything about Zwift running at all, here's what you need to get set up with Zwift running. It's so easy to get set up for Zwift running. All you need are a few things. Firstly, access to a treadmill, either at home or at the gym. It doesn't have to be any particular kind of treadmill. Any treadmill will work with Zwift. Next, you'll need a foot pod, preferably a Bluetooth foot pod, but you can use an Ant Plus foot pod like the old Garmin if you're going to use a Mac or a PC. One of the most popular foot pods to use is the Stride here, but you can use plenty of other different kinds of Bluetooth foot pod, including the soon-to-be-released Zwift Pod. Then all you need to do is download the Zwift app onto any of these devices. So a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, Android phone. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Pair your foot pod in the app, possibly add a heart rate monitor if you want, and that's it. That's all you need to get set up on Zwift running. So I hope that helped. And then if you've got all that stuff, you need to sign up to a Zwift account, and running is completely free at the moment. So if you want to sign up to Zwift, you don't have to pay any money at all. And you go to this website, look. I'm not sure if you saw the website then. I can't see what you're seeing. I did press a button that was supposed to take you to the website, but whether it works or not, I don't know. So 250 metres, and then we do our penultimate stride. Sticking to 14 kilometres an hour. Wimblad of Sweden is 1 minute 27 seconds ahead of us all. So he had no interest in sticking to the rules, did he? Tonight, but never mind. Some people just like to do their own thing, that's fine, I guess. But I suppose if you join a group run and a group workout, you kind of want to do the workout. If you want to go off and run and do your own thing, then just do that anytime you want. You don't have to be in a group run to do that. We do like it when the community sticks together, when we're all in it with each other. 1 kilometre, 200 metres left to go. 8 kilometres done. I've warmed up nicely now. Legs are all right. We are rocking and rolling on the way to another 200 metre stride. So let's go. Let's get right up there. 14 kilometres an hour. Okay, there we are, only one more to go now. So keeping it at zone 3, the yellow zone of the heart rate, all the way through the run so far, and should be able to manage that for the rest of the run. Only one more stride to go. And the group is really nice and tight. Loving the work of everybody. Final stride coming up, 100 metres to go, and we've got a good 10 of us all still within a few seconds of each other, so that's really nice to see. Thanks for the ride on, Karen. And here we go with the final stride. And then we got 400 metres cool down, where I will give everyone a ride on who I can find. Let's go. Thanks Ken for the ride on as well. Metres left. Final sprint of the day. Just relaxing, keeping it cool. Keeping the heart rate as low as we can make it. And there we go, that's it. That's it for the strides. Right, let's see if we can give everyone a ride on before time runs out. That's it, there we go. All finished. I think I got that message in just in time, hopefully. 9.2 kilometers done. 562 calories burned. Average run pace of 5.38 kilometers per minutes per kilometer. There you can see a little run report which gives us our short strides there, jumping up. The red line is the heart rate, and maximum speed I got to was 14.4 according to Zwift, and maximum heart rate was 157 beats per minute, so not bad at all. Staying in the yellow zone 3 of the heart rate, right in the middle there, so good tempo running, not working too hard, no anaerobic, no threshold running, but again no endurance recovery running. It's just nice and steady tempo run, kind of a recovery run for me because my legs were a bit tight and now they're nice and loose, so that's good. Aids recovery, and that's why you see professional athletes, runners, you know, if they've done a marathon or 100 meters or a 10k, you'll see them just jogging it out afterwards, just getting rid of the lactic acid in their legs and just, you know, bringing the heart rate down, that kind of thing, recovering from the hard effort. And there we are, that is it. Thank you very much for joining me, everyone. And it's not quite it. That is it for Monday Run Club. Do please subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel. Keep an eye on the Zwift Runners Facebook page for all the latest Zwift Run updates and information. And chat to us, ask us any questions. Me, Tim, John Hancock, lots of regular guys on there who will talk you through every aspect of Zwift running and give you all the advice and help you need. And have a laugh and a joke with you as well. We're very friendly over there. So come and join us on the Facebook page, Zwift Runners Facebook page. And right now, I'm going to show you a little video that me and Tim Gross made a couple of weeks ago when we ran on a railway line, a steam railway line in the UK here, which was open to the public to walk on for one day. Every year they open this railway line and you can walk along the route. It's a 10-mile route. And me and Tim did it the other day. So that is it for Monday Run Club. See you again next time. Wednesday workout 9 o'clock. No. Wednesday workout 7:30 UK time, and run in the park Saturday morning 9 o'clock if you'd like to go and run with John Hancock and the boys on Saturday morning. And don't forget, there's a pace group for you and a time zone for you if those time zones and paces don't suit you. Go and have a look on the Zwift Companion app and you'll find everything you need to know about the events being held on Zwift. But for now, thanks very much for staying with me, guys. Take care, see you next time. And this is me and Tim running, what was it called? The Watercress line. So Tim had this brilliant idea that we should run the Watercress line here. This is a railway line which normally has steam trains running on it. And
off by trespassing on the railway. I'm a bit late. We started by 11.
Oh, we should have started by 11. It's now 5 to 1. But it is a walk, so we're going to run.
We'll catch them up.
If we can, we'll catch them up. From now then?
Yeah.
So we're starting running now. This is a 10-mile route. So it's railway all the way? It's actual railway?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a disused railway line where all the tracks had been taken away. A big backpack, and then I realised. So here are some of the other walkers doing the Watercress line today. Hello guys, you alright? Yeah. It's a bit wet, isn't it? So this is 4 Marks Station. It's still raining, and we're supposed to check our numbers in here, but we haven't actually got numbers because we started so late. That's all right, guys. Having a good time. Station. 1:29:45.